Thank you, Speaker. On the 25th of April this year, thousands of members of the Penrith community once again came together to honour the enduring legacy of our Australian and New Zealand veterans. A series of community events were held across the electorate, bringing together people of all ages and backgrounds in solemn reflection and deep appreciation for all those who served. Thank you to everyone who participated in all the local services. To Penrith Paceway that hosted the local school service, Penrith RSL sub-branch that held the dawn service in March, and Penrith Bowling Club who also hosted a service, and the community service at Lions Park in Emu Plains. Anzac Day stands as one of Australia's most significant national occasions. It marks the anniversary of our first major military action fought by Australian and New Zealand forces at Gallipoli during the First World War. On the 25th of April 1915, soldiers from both nations formed part of the Allied expedition that landed on the shores of Gallipoli Peninsula. The Gallipoli campaign was long and arduous, lasting for over 9 months. Tragically, the campaign claimed the lives of more than 8,000 Australian and New Zealand soldiers, with an additional 18,000 wounded. Yet from the hardship and sacrifice emerged a defining chapter in our national story, the birth of the Anzac legend. This year, I had the profound honour of representing the Penrith community in person at the Gallipoli Dawn service, standing on that sacred ground as the sun rose over Anzac Cove was a deeply moving experience that reminded me of the courage it took for our diggers to land on that foreign shore and the price so many paid, and so many of them, Speaker, in fact, really just kids. I was forewarned that it was an emotional experience, but Speaker, I thought I was prepared, but I was not. It was such a privilege to be immersed in the birthplace of the Anzac spirit, marked by courage, mateship, endurance and self-sacrifice. With the day marking 110 years since the events of the Gallipoli campaign took place, I was joined by a crowd of more than 2,600 people at this year's dawn service as we commemorated the character of those who served and those who have served in every conflict for our great nation since. The previous day, on the 24th of April, I also attended the Turkish service. That was also very moving and really was an Anzac service like nothing I've ever attended. Later that morning, I was privileged to lay a tribute both on behalf of Penrith RSL sub-branch and the broader community at Lone Pine Cemetery. I was also able to attend the British service later the same day. Laying wreaths and tributes is a symbolic way to signify our enduring gratitude and respect. It is a powerful reminder that the memory of those who served lives on not just in monuments and ceremonies, but in our collective national identity. The sacrifice of our servicemen and women must never be forgotten. Their legacy is not confined to history, but lives on in every service member, every veteran, and every community that gathers each April to remember. As we reflect on the meaning of Anzac Day, we come together as communities, not to celebrate war, but to renew our commitment to peace, to supporting our veterans and to upholding the values the Anzacs fought to protect. Speaker, I was especially moved by the profound words of Ataturk, the first president of the Turkish Republic, who delivered the following message to Australian and New Zealander mothers in 1934 as an expression of friendship. And it said, "Those heroes that shed their blood and lost their lives, you are now lying in soil of a friendly country. Therefore, rest in peace. There is no difference between the Johnnies and the Mehmets. To us, where they lie side by side in this country of ours. You, the mothers who sent their sons from faraway countries, wipe away your tears. Your sons now, lying in our bosom, and are at peace. After having lost their lives on this land, they have become our sons as well." Speaker, how very poignant, lest we forget.